Please remember to like the video and also consider subscribing. And now the details. Councillor for the Grange Hill Division in Westmoreland, Lawton McKenzie, has returned to the People's National Party PNP some 2 months after he resigned. In July, Councillor McKenzie, along with Ian Myles of the Little London Division and Garfield James of the Sheffield Division, resigned from the party, citing no confidence in the PNP and declaring themselves as independent. Myles and James crossed the floor to join the Jamaica Labour Party yesterday, giving the JLP the advantage with 6 councillors over the PNP's 5 councillors. During an impromptu press conference today, Councillor McKenzie announced his return to the PNP and retracted his no-confidence resolution.
Before I make that, the resolution that was moved against the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Delancey, I am immediately requesting that my name be withdrawn from that resolution because I lost confidence in Councillor Myles and Councillor James. I am now making it quite clear and declaring myself that I have come home to the party that I have served for my entire adult life.
The Ministry of Labour has confirmed that the 5 farm workers who were prematurely repatriated from Canada last month will be placed on other farms when the new season of operations begin in January. In a statement, the ministry said the move was decided upon following the conclusion of the ministry's investigations into the incident. The workers had claimed they were being victimized by their employer because they spoke out against poor living conditions on the farm and participated in a one-day strike. Labour Minister Pernell Charles Jr. met with the workers and advised that a thorough probe would be conducted. In the update on the incident, the ministry noted that no complaint was filed against the workers by their employer and there was no report of a breach of contract against them. The ministry noted that it remains steadfast in protecting the rights of workers and maintaining the integrity of the program while expanding same. Meantime, the ministry said it has taken note of recent news items in response to a United Nations special report which criticizes aspects of the Canadian Temporary Foreign Workers Program, likening it to modern-day slavery. It said though there is no specific reference to the Seasonal Agricultural Workers Program, it is mindful of the concerns raised. The ministry urged Jamaican workers to use the established channels to report any form of abuse or untenable conditions. The Transport Ministry is working on an arrangement which would see the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, providing public transportation to Williamsfield, Manchester and Albion St. Thomas. Portfolio Minister Darrell Vaz made the disclosure during the opening ceremony for the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of Highway 2000 yesterday. Mr. Vaz stressed the need for more public transportation as the government continues on its quest to build out the country's road network. An opposition spokesman on transport, Michael Phillips, has joined the call for roadways damaged during the construction of the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of Highway 2000 to be repaired. Member of Parliament for Clarendon South Western Lothian Cousins made the initial appeal yesterday as he boycotted the official opening ceremony for the highway. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Mr. Phillips echoed Mr. Cousins' appeal, adding that provision should be made for adequate road maintenance. Meantime, Managing Director of the National Road Operating and Constructing Company, NROC, Stephen Edwards, said steps are being taken to repair the roads. He noted that in some instances, the roads have already been repaired. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck has expressed concern about the high number of sexual abuse cases in St. Mary. Mr. Chuck, who was speaking in Anota Bay this morning, said all effort must be made to bring perpetrators to justice. He said citizens must feel safe and protected in their country. Mr. Chuck also pleaded with victims of abuse to desist from exacting revenge on the perpetrators. He stressed the importance of using the avenues provided by the government. The sentencing for Neil Spence, one of the 14 people charged in relation to a police raid on the Kalyawe religious compound in Norwood, St. James, was today pushed back to September 25 when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court. This after the court was informed that Spence's sentencing for an assault charge could not be done today due to outstanding documents from the prosecution. Parish Judge Sasha Marie Ashley has extended Spence's bail. The other 13 defendants who are charged with breaches of the Child Care and Protection Act had their bails extended to November 10. They have pleaded not guilty to the charge. The Crown is alleging that on June 30, some members of the religious group were detained by the police following reports of alleged assault and child abuse at the premises. King's Counsel Peter Champagny is representing the 13 accused. The Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch CTOC conducted 101 raids that resulted in the arrest of 439 people in 2022. 288 of these individuals were charged for various crimes. This, according to the Planning Institute of Jamaica PIOJ's 2022 Economic and Social Survey. More in this report from Danique Weston.
The PIOJ noted that a total of 40 firearms and 6,176 rounds of ammunition were recovered, while 14 motor vehicles were seized or recovered. The survey said other seizures included cash from proceeds of crime, totaling 5.2 million Jamaican and US $1.7 million, and other cash seizures of Jamaican $693,000. and US $30,000. In addition, 154 court cases originating from CTOC were disposed of during the year. There were 176 convictions. Another 382 cases were submitted to the courts or the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Meanwhile, the PIOJ notes that the Narcotics Division carried out 1,146 operations, 25.4% less than in 2021. These operations led to the seizure of 22,700 kilograms of marijuana. That's 29.1% less than the 32,000 kilograms seized in 2021. The division also seized 1,339 kilograms of cocaine, 9.8% more than that which was seized in 2021. The value of the marijuana seized was $150.3 million, while the cocaine was valued at 10.4 billion Jamaican dollars.
The Financial Services Commission, FSC, has confirmed that the cyber incident it experienced on September 6 involved a ransomware attack by cyber criminals who obtained unauthorized access to its networks. In a release, the FSC said as soon as the breach was detected, it initiated its response plan, collaborating with the Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team, MOCA, Financial Investigations Division, and other cybersecurity experts to assess and contain the threat. It said the breach was contained within its network systems, and over the past week it has continued to work diligently with law enforcement partners and cybersecurity experts. The collaboration has been aimed at investigating the circumstances surrounding the attack, ascertaining the extent of the breach, data recovery, and strengthening the Commission's IT security infrastructure. The Commission says it is aware that data relating to the day-to-day work of the Commission as a financial sector regulator has been published on the Internet. It says this is the subject of intensive investigation. While investigations are ongoing, the Commission notes that it has strengthened its cybersecurity systems and bolstered its resilience. Those who are incarcerated are still human beings deserving of respect and the opportunity for rehabilitation and reintegration. State Minister for National Security Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn gave the reminder while addressing the Department of Correctional Services Board of Visitors at the Jamaica Conference Center in Kingston yesterday. The role of the Board of Visitors is to provide oversight of the operations of correctional centers to ensure that the best interests and rights of wards or inmates rights are protected or upheld at all times. Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn also charged the Board of Visitors to operate with moral courage and unyielding commitment to justice. The National Water Commission NWC will begin repair work next week on sections of the sewage infrastructure in southeast St. Catherine. Water Minister Matthew Samuda said this will alleviate the issues being experienced by residents in affected areas. The minister toured a number of communities on Wednesday. There is to be increased cooperation and collaboration between Kingston and Beijing with a focus on urban planning and infrastructure development. The partnership will also focus on good governance and municipal management, public order and enforcement, local economic development, and intercultural exchange and public art. High-level consultations were held between a delegation from Beijing, China, and Mayor of Kingston, Delroy Williams, at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation yesterday. Mayor Williams noted that Kingston is being repositioned as a destination city, with infrastructural repair high among the priorities. Mr. Williams said this is necessary as the government seeks to expand the city's economy to foster increased business opportunities and generate increased employment within the city. And with that story, we have come to the end of the local news. Please remember to like the video and also consider subscribing